You ran the half marathon in
I
Pittsburgh,
did.
correct?
I did in May.
How was your experience with it and what made you do it?
So I was inspired by my best friend who got into it with a coworker the year before,
Okay.
and she was kind of telling me about her experiences. I think we gone out and she had gone like she'd run the week before. So she was telling me a whole lot about it, and I just have always liked running. I hadn't done it consistently in a while. I just kind of hop on the treadmill here and there. And so, but I'd always been like the person who was like, "Oh, India will just run." Like, even like she set me like the schedule of the number of miles you're supposed to do per day and this and that.
Hmm.
It's always like maybe you run like 4 times a week with like shorter runs like during the week, and on the weekends you have like your longer runs and stuff like that. So, like I'm looking at it like as it climbs, like because I was telling her when we went to DC last year, I was like, I'm getting really close to wanting to sign up for that, just like listening to you talk about it. And she was like, okay, like she said, I'll let you know when because they start registration super early, and I'll probably be one of the first people to do it this year because I think I'm a marathon runner now, at least half.
Yeah.
And so that whole thing, just like, first of all, the moments of doubt, I'm just like, I can't. Like that day, I went to run 12 miles. I'm like, I'm gonna do it slow. I'm gonna take my time, and my back gave up around 7 miles,
What do you
and
mean your
I
back
was
gave up? What? How did your back just gave up? Oh, because you had me done at 12, and now you're saying your back gave up. I've never in my life just had my back go. Oh no.
hitting all the mile markers. And meanwhile, my friend, after I'd officially signed up, after I was like, I'm doing this, she was literally showing her coworkers like she runs every day they tell her to. Like she just runs. Like she's always ran like this. Like and so I didn't
Yeah.
even think I was doing anything that extraordinary. She's like, I don't run every day they tell me to. It's like, oh, I do. Like I'm just trying to follow the schedule. I'm be ready. I'll be
Ain't nothing no
ready.
different.
But right, right. And so I just remember like that. I was like, I don't know. Like we got to mile 7, and I was just like running, and I had to stop. And then I'm like, okay, got your breath back, and it was just a hot ass mess. And this was like maybe a month out from this. I texted her. I was like, my back gave up, my disc gave up. She was like, bitch, I ran 3 miles today, and my knee just. I was like, are we gonna do this? She's like, yeah, we'll make it. Like, we'll make it. Like, if we gotta
You gonna
walk
be all
through
right?
it. And I just remember our last run, which was a 7 miler we absolutely set out to do. And that was the first fucking time I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Like I'm gonna do this. Cause there's like this trail that we do, so it's like we run about 3.5 miles out, and that way we run 3.5 miles back. And just that run back to the car, like I just felt like I was flying. And I was just like, I'm gonna fucking do this.
Now, time out, time out, time out. Now, that's your last workout. Now, let's gear all the way back to the beginning. Now,
Okay.
you, before you make this decision that you want to do it, what was your maximum amount of running before that? Like on a given day, because I know you used to do stuff at the cemetery and things like that. So it's not, I know you used to get cardio in. So on a maximum day, like for like an average India type cardio day, what were you doing before you started to train for a marathon?
When I would say at my peak, when I would, it's like 5 miles, like running
That's
consistently
still, fuck,
five
that's still
miles.
impressive. That's impressive just from the gate. I don't think a
And
lot
that,
of average people are even getting that until that's actually, that's pretty good.
and I think that's like the way my brain works. Like if I can, it's something like one of the instructors on Peloton, like she's British, and she's like, okay, we're gonna tuck in, and like I'm familiar with the term, but I always associate it with running because that's when I hear
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And like I feel like that's what I'm able to do when I run. Like it's just like I can like and I had to realize that about running because I also just I like to run fast. And I'm like, you're out of shape. First of all, you're running a marathon. Second of all, you're out of shape. Like you're not running fast. Like you're going to run 13 miles and you have to run it at a moderate pace or you will
Yeah,
die. So that was the hardest part to me. It's just like I just be running, getting used to the lengths. And it wasn't just be like, damn, I'm running for an hour. Like,
So they said you said that they gave you a schedule. What was your schedule like once you gave you a schedule? So
so
you go
that was
from doing
that
like an
was
average of 5, and now you get this schedule going on. What did you
it's
go
like
from like
it's like a sharp it's like it's a steady increase week by week. So that's how they get you. You're like, oh, so you're maxing out at 2 miles. Like, I can do 2 miles, that's fine. And then, like I
how
said,
far
like
how
then
far out? How far out are we right now?
January. So yeah,
Okay,
they
okay.
had
It's
the
about 4 months.
markers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think I started the second week. That's when she sent it to me. Or like she sent it to me in time, but I was like, I'm starting it next week. I'm not mentally prepared to do it this week. And
Okay.
just like the ramp up, like I said, it's really manageable at first. It's 2, 3 miles, and then you're like, okay, 4, 5, all right, 5, 6, but like so you do shorter runs during the week,
Great.
and then like every week you run an extra mile more on the weekend. So like you did a 3 mile
Got
run
you.
on Saturday, so it's going to be four next week. And
Okay.
so I'm
Okay.
just like, yeah. And so like you're just watching it slowly ramp up until it gets to like 10, 11, 12.
Man,
Yeah,
okay.
you never run the whole distance to your half marathon. Or yeah. So like the highest I ever get, I didn't even run the 12, like I said, like my back gave up. Like I ran seven
That-
and a half miles.
So before doing the 13.1, you never did 13.1.
Never. Not once. And that
I thought like whenever people are doing this 13.1 that this is something that they're hitting at least I would say consistently. I don't know how many times, but I would think like on a consistent basis. I didn't know. That's a really good. I didn't know that. That's wow.
exactly.
That's crazy. I
Exactly.
don't even know. That makes. I'm getting anxiety right now, and I'm not even running.
That's
Indy, you
like
weren't
why
prepared. That's not how we do in sports. Oh, I'm so
why
nervous.
why I couldn't do the
Why am I
12 mile.
nervous?
I was like, I can't fucking do this. Like, what did I get myself into? Like, and then like basically like I had to be like, you've been practicing. Like you practice. Like your times have gotten faster. Like it's
Yeah.
easier for you. Like I just had to, it wasn't until we did that 7.5 that 7 miles and we were just running and I felt like fucking Rocky. Like
Oh man,
I felt like
you're a beast.
when he was fighting Pretty Ricky Conlon. Like
Yeah, you're a beast, Joe. You're a beast because I swear, if that would have happened to me, my back go out mile 7. I'm not a month later. I'm not running that shit. Like I'm gonna.
I
That's
was
in the back of my head. Like mile 7. This is it. This is it.
devastated and then to call her and she'd be like, "Come on, too." I'm like, but she did it last year. Lauren ran the marathon with nobody else. Like she didn't under she like found out. So there's different queues to get to the day of the marathon. There's different queues you run in. Obviously, these elite runners will go at the front, and also it's a qualifier for the Boston Marathon. So you have like these like again elite. Obviously, it's a marathon. You have
What?
elite athletes, but
Okay.
you have these
Oh
people.
shit.
So I was in queue. I might have been like, but then it gets less about. So
Like
there was like six queues. That's right. Yeah.
now, whenever it comes to the for the qualifiers for the Boston Marathon, is it like a time or a place?
I think it's a time. And there's so
Either
many you have.
way,
Yeah,
if
you
I'm
have
just a second off or if I'm just a place behind, I'm devastated. If I did all of that,
exactly.
oh
Exactly. Yeah,
damn. Tracking this and like so now I get this tracker because I'm tracking you the whole time that you're running. Like I get these little checkpoints and I'm like, yo, like she's really out. Like what the fuck? Like you're just knocking shit off. Like I was like, oh. First off, it was some cool ass shit to see you just on the
yes.
map and just see. But then you like cross the bridge and shit. And then I fell asleep at one point. And then I woke up and you're like, I'm done. I'm like, oh shit, I missed the last 3 checks. But you crushed that shit.
Potty. I was sitting there. That fucked up my time. Sick about it. Sick about it. I will be ready next year. I will be ready. I was
So
sick. I
so
just
you
was
had to do a
like,
bathroom break?
yes. Like, no, let's just keep going. Lauren's like, you need to go to the bathroom. And I was like, fuck, yeah, I just mad. Like it was
Did that
run
mess up your
so
groove at all? Was you in a certain
getting
groove before?
getting back into it. That's the other reason I hate stopping when I'm running. So like it's one thing to be like, let me take this to a trot. Hell, let me take this to a walk. Like we can still get back into it at that point.
Yeah.
Stopping, stopping,
Oh
no,
yeah.
stop.
I feel you.
Like dancing at the pool party, not because I really have to go, but because like I'm trying to keep my body warm. Like
I
I'm
feel
not
you. I feel you.
like I always feel like the beginning of my runs are the most. I mean, besides if they're excruciatingly long, are the beginning because my body's cold. Like I need to get that warm up. I need to once I get in that stride. Like to me, like if I set a new speed, I'm like I just got to run on this for 3 minutes. I'm good. Like I just got this is 3 minutes and I'm tapped in. I can do this for an hour. Like it's fine. But
That's so weird that you think that way. I got the same mindset when it comes to shit like that. Like
yeah.
at least for me, like if it's a treadmill or elliptical shit like that, or a bike, it's the first three. Once I'm like you said, once I get through that first three, we can go all
Yeah,
day.
I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in. Like I can hold this. Like so that's what I'm doing. Like when I'm dying, and I'll do like treadmill exercises, like still, and they'll do like the incline ones. I fucking hate an incline workout, but I love an incline workout. Nothing
Yeah.
wants me. I want to fight people after I get off the incline treadmill. Like just because I feel like I can do anything after that. I feel like I we just I don't know. It's like I feel like we just turned this corner. It's just runners. Like people are doing their stretches, and like I'm like, oh, let me grab something too. All right, well, we got
Think y'all gonna show somebody up? Let's get it. Let's get
you know,
it.
like I
That's exciting. This
exactly
is dope. This is dope.
yes. And this one lady was like, she came up to us super nice, but she was just like, I haven't really trained for this. I'm like, that's not the vibes here. You gotta get the fuck away from me with that. I'm ready to do this. Like,
I'm loving your mentality because I'm just thinking back at track. I know by the time I got to my senior year of track, like my whole swag and confidence was on 100,000 trillion. Like you couldn't be around me if you didn't think that you
what?
couldn't sit there and beat the world. Like anybody, oh
Please.
my God. Like I'm with you. I'm loving this. I love hearing this.
She was like, I didn't really train. We trained over here. We're ready to do this over here.
Sorry for you.
And it's just like crazy because like you're saying like so I would get like pings. I had like an app on my phone that kind of like vaguely kept track. It wasn't as specific as the Pittsburgh Marathon one, but that's the one I run with.
Yeah.
And so like just be like that one, okay, you got 2 miles and like that's seven. It was I want to say seven, I had to go to the bathroom around, no, maybe like eight, I had to go to the bathroom. I was hanging out nine. Something happened to mile 11. Something happened mile 11.
Oh
I
shit.
was like, I don't know. I
Oh, at 11? You're too off. Andy. At 11?
the last hill. And I was like, Lauren, like that was the first time I stopped, like, and started walking. Like, cause after that, like I could get into a trot, and if I get into a trot, I get back into a run. Like, we're fine.
This
But
is
that hill, she was like, I can't. She was like, but she was like, it was funny because we've been running for so long that my walk was even to her like run. So
okay. Oh shit.
you know,
No,
and
this is funny because I was just going to ask. I was about to say, like, what were you feeling? How were you feeling at that 12th mile? And then that 13 was coming. But this is funny to hear you identify 11. Like, fuck this. Like,
but why it
I'm not
was
sure about this.
11. Like, but I had to come back though because I was like, I'm like, I also can't walk hills. Like that's one thing I can't do when I'm running.
Hmm.
Like it just somehow makes it worse. Like
Yeah,
you gotta run them. You gotta
I'm
run them.
digging
She's
this
like, I'm
mindset.
sorry. I can't. She's like, I'm sorry, I can't run it. So I walked it for about 2 seconds. I was like, you're right. We gotta run it. We gotta run it. So we did. But fucking the people, the spectators, the people that get up in the morning to yell at you, bless
Yeah,
everybody. Let's
that's what's up.
fucking cow them. We're doing a distance run, so all the stuff I usually have, like my water bottle, my phone, I had to make sure that my little leggings had little pockets for my phone. I went and got brand new earphones that I had to run in to make sure that they were sweat resistant and
There
all
you
that other
go.
stuff. Shout out to Beats because that 9 hour battery life, you carried me through. I had no issues,
That's what's up.
and
So you had your nice little playlist going on. I
it
was,
was
I
just
was, I was
it was
thoroughly
in,
impressed. Like, I don't know how you got through it, but I,
I,
that's commendable. Like I can't do
I
13.1.
I loved it. I think I'm gonna do two races next year. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
one in DC.
Okay.
It's a 10 miler. I think they have,
Oh,
yeah, they have a half marathon in DC, but they have like a cherry blossom one for like the springtime. So
okay.
it's
Okay.
Thanks for watching the YouTube page. For more exclusive content, like and subscribe. And if we said something wrong or if there's anything you want us to bring up, leave a comment right down there.